Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. My name's Louie. I hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. Today we are going to talk about the new 30th anniversary Magic the Gathering product, and we're going to compare it to the the previous Magic the Gathering Collector's Edition. And then what we're going to do is price out everything and see what is the expected value, the EV per pack of the 30th anniversary edition, using the cards that have been out for 20 years of the collector edition, to give you an insight of should you be buying this absolutely ridiculously priced stupid product that Wizards of the Coast is putting out for $1,000, $250 a pack in a couple weeks. So let's hop in. If you're not familiar with collector's edition, in 1993 they put out a sealed collector edition box, and these were square cards. They had a gold frame, and this came out, there was an international version, there was a regular version. This came out before the reserve list for Magic the Gathering. The reserve list came out in like 1996. These came out in 1993. So this was prior to the reserve list. They had this box, and it was $49.99 for a box. That wasn't $499. That was $49, $50 for a box that had one of each card in the beta set, all the cards. So the collector's edition, that's what it was. They were not rounded corners. They were square cut corners with a gold border. So that's what the collector's edition was. So I have taken this, the prices off the interwebs, and averaged them out based on what the current prices are for these collector edition cards, because what you are dealing with right now with the Wizards 30th anniversary edition, in my opinion, and we'll talk about this at the end of the video, is less than these collector edition cards. These cards have been out for 20 years, but I wanted to get an idea of, if you were to open a pack of the 30-year collector edition, what would the expected value be using the data that we have? So I took the average prices of everything and separated out. So your average common price is at $6.22. Your average land price is at $4.41. Your average rare, including a $4,000 Black Lotus. This was market price, by the way. TCG player market price. Your Black Lotus sitting at $4,000. Your average rare price being $180.82. Now I did double up the dual lands, because in the 30th anniversary product, they have said that the dual lands will appear twice as often as any other rare. So I did double up. All the dual lands are in here twice. If you look through here, they're in there twice. I just copied them in at the end. So your average rare price will be $180, and then your average uncommon price will be $13.14. So what do we know about the 30th anniversary set? Well, we know, according to this article, that there will be 15 cards, 13 cards in the modern frame, which in my opinion doesn't look as good as the retro frame that the collector edition came in. These were, the original same frame, just not, the corners. But these will be 13 cards in the modern frame, 1 rare, 3 uncommons, 7 commons, and 2 basic lands, plus 1 basic land in the retro frame, and then 1 additional retro frame card and a token. So very, very, very interesting. So this is what the modern frame looks like. If you're not familiar, this is what the retro frame looks like. So let's take a look. And again, using the prices, we'll talk about why using those prices in the thing. So you're going to get 7 commons. Average price is $6.22, bringing you to $43 in your pack. Regular uncommons are, you're going to get 3 per pack at $13.14. That's $39 per pack. Your rare is $180 per pack. Your land, which I don't think these are going to have much value, to be honest with you, is $8.82. Your retro land, I kind of just took the same pricing of the cards. You're going to get $4.41. And then the retro card, I took the average price of the commons, uncommons, and rares, and that got to $66.73. So your total EV per pack of this $250 pack thing, using the 20-year-old cards, which are all retro framed, because that's the only thing that they was around, it was just a regular frame 20 years ago, is $343.75. You have a 4-pack total then. This was $1,000 for the 4 packs from Wizards. Is going to be $1,375, essentially, $1,375. So here are the assumptions, which is, you need to hear this, because I am not saying that you're going to be able to get $1,375 in value out of this product when it comes out, because there are some key assumptions here and some key differences. And honestly, I think Wizards just did this. I think they did this and were like, well, it's going to be 20% less or 20% more, so I'm sure people will buy it. But here's the things that they don't, bring up. This assumes that each actual card is equal rarity. So like the Black Lotus is at equal rarity to the rares. And I know they said the dual lands, we already accounted for that, but this assumes that there's no increased rarity of the Black Lotus and the Power 9 and that kind of stuff in the thing. So that's an assumption I made. It also assumes that the value of the cards printed now is going to be the same value of these collector edition cards, which is not going to be true. You're not going to get $6 on average for these commons. Some of these commons have been reprinted. Llanowar Elves in this is a $30 card. That's not going to happen. The modern frame from this pack, when you pull a Llanowar Elves, it's not going to be a $30 card. So that's insanity. So, the pricing's not going to be equal. So there's no way that that's going to be. But here's the big differences that I think you need to understand. The collector edition has the same rarity of each card. There's the same number of collector edition Black Lotuses as there are collector edition Llanowar Elves. It's the same number because they printed it as a box set. And honestly, this is what I think this product should have been. I think they should have done a 30th anniversary. If they were going to reprint the reserve list, I don't want to get into that dialogue. We'll talk about that on the podcast this week. But if they were going to reprint the reserve list, I wish they just did it in a product that was accessible to everyone and just did like they did the collector's edition. That's what that was. It was accessible to everyone to get their hands on the card. If they want this to be a thing where anybody can pull a Black Lotus, which is literally in their article, if they wanted this to be a thing where anybody can have the opportunity, they shouldn't have priced out a large amount of people $1,000 for the tone deafness of Wizards on this product is insane. But in the collector edition, the rarity was the same. And in this case, we are going to have way more commons, exactly 7 times the amount of commons as we have rares. And so these price points here, you're going to get no value out of the commons and uncommons. I don't think there's a couple cards that might have some, but I highly doubt you see much value in the commons and uncommons, which really makes this, in my opinion, you've got to hit a Power 9, you've got to hit a dual land, you've got to hit the Lotus, or bust. There's just nothing of value. There's not going to be anything of value in this set. Very interesting. I'm very curious to hear what you think about that stuff. I'm sorry if you hear knocking going on. There's being work on my house, but I'm very curious to see what you think of this set. And when you see the EV presented like this, where do you think this actually falls? My gut says that the total EV is going to be way more closer to this rare EV, and that it's going to be you're really only going to get about maybe $100 per pack. The rarity, the chance of hitting those expensive cards is just so low. This is a terrible product. Anyway, we're going to talk about it a bunch on the podcast this week. We're going to talk about it a bunch on the channel. I hope you'll join us. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Remember to be kind to the people around you, and we will see you again next video.